It is a really, really beautiful day. It is November 1st, 2024. The big Halloween season came to a small close last night. Now it's going to continue. The shows in the Seance 13 are going to continue high through the rest of the weekend. We've got some sold out shows and, just riding that wave coming over. But then the season is going to fall for a bit just because the off season happens and the snows are coming. We do run 13 year round, and I'm very happy about that. And I got some news this morning that I am going to be doing the magic show, my magic show, Bookends, at the Stanley Hotel Underground Theater every Sunday. So I get to exercise that little talent for a little while. Really, all I wanted to say to you today is that, persistence is going to keep being your key. Finding out what you have, what your gifts are, and putting it to use. It may take a long time, but getting to this destination, getting to where I am right now, and looking down the road, I recognize that I had so much fun getting here. Just working on the street and working at restaurants, doing magic tricks at restaurants and doing magic bar things, and the time I spent at the Magic Castle. I don't know that I'll ever go back there, but I wouldn't trade what I learned and the experience that I got in front of those audiences for anything in the world. I don't judge my art on the merits of what I've achieved, not awards, not money. It was the personal satisfaction of creating something out of nothing and presenting it in front of an audience. Now, I've been asked, I've been talking a lot in the past week, and so I got a little going on. But I have been asked a lot, how do you create things? Where do they come from? It really is a matter of just doing it, putting your fingers on the keys, putting the pen into the notebook and jotting down ideas, keeping something with you all the time to write something down when inspiration comes, because it doesn't always come when you're prepared for it. It may come at any given time. Now, practicing and having your thoughts open and having your notebook ready will help, honestly, in fertilizing those ideas and making them more ready to come. But I put down everything, even if it's a really, really bad idea, of all the things that I come up with, of all the ideas for routines or new magic effects or new things, even for the seance chamber. About 50 out of every 200 that I come up with actually get onto the practice table. And about half of those actually get tested out live in the show. And of the ones that get tested out live in the show, about 10% of those stay or get put into a regular rotation. It takes a lot of editing. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of persistence. But I'm having fun with that process. And you can too. It is really important in the world. This is my opinion. Of course, everything that I say here is going to be from my perspective, in my opinion. The world needs your story more than it ever did before. Your perspective is important. And you happen to live in an epoch of time where getting your story out is so much easier than it ever has been in history. The resources that are available to you, the free resources that are available to you to tell your story, to put paint on the canvas, to put words on the page, to sing, to act, to do card tricks. The research, the discovery of yourself is much easier than it has been in years past. There's no reason not to tell your story. And I'm going to stress this again. Someone out there, someone out in the infinite there, needs to hear your story. In the future weeks, in the next little bit, as I continue this daily vlog, which I have nailed myself to that I want to make this happen, I'm going to tell you about some of the abuse I suffered at the hands of my stepfather. I'm going to tell you about how my mother turned away and wouldn't look and did nothing to step in between us. I love her dearly, and I miss her terribly every single day. But I recognize the humanity in what she had to endure as well. And I don't blame her for her choices. But anyway, I'm going to get into details from that because I know there's someone, even if it's just one person that needs to hear that story, I'm going to tell it. I came out from the other side better, stronger, more loving to the people around me. Some of the most loving people. This is a quote from someone, and I'm paraphrasing because right now I don't remember who said it first. But some of the most loving, kind, amazing people are that way because they suffered at the hands of someone unkind. And they don't want to ever be the catalyst that goes into someone else. Now, I am not boosting myself up here. I have done some hurtful things to people. I have broken some hearts. I am, as someone that I love dearly once told me, I am married to my art. I am married to the proposition of performing, whether it is on a stage in a company of people presenting a play or a musical, or if it's me all alone staring into the darkness from the edge of a stage presenting the magic stuff that I do, or sitting down at the table with 6 to 10 people and performing the close-up things that I do. That's all part of my art. And now this is too. The book that I'm writing, the second book that I'm writing, it's actually the third. I have an unpublished book of poetry. Anybody out there interested in that? Anybody interested in hearing the things that I wrote poetically as far as a book goes? I'm currently writing the second one of my personal stories of being on the road. The first one was Across the Table, which most of my art happens with, across a table of some kind. And it goes all the way back to when I was a kid, every Sunday going to my grandparents' house to have lunch with the family. All the stories, all the songs, all the ideas, all the arguing happened across a table, sharing food, sharing ideas, nourishing each other. My job, my art, is to take my heart out of my chest and hold it under a light so that you can see it. I want to nourish you with the things that I have learned in my 60 years on this planet, on this floating ball of rock and water hurtling through space. I'll be gone before you know it, but I want to leave something behind. I want to leave something of quality behind. I want to leave a dish that will feed you when I'm not able to anymore. For you, for my children, for my world that has given me life. This is why I do it. On the other side of that, I also have a real need for that particular kind of attention. Not so much an up close and personal friend to friend kind of a thing, because I'm not good in that capacity. I'm not a good friend. I can give you a list of people who can verify that for you. But I have love I want to spread. I have love I want to sow. And all I want to reap back from it is that you got fed. That's my goal for living in this moment. And as we progress through life, our goals change on things. But here I am. And here I'm going to remain. I hope you're getting something out of these. If you have questions you want me to answer, please leave them in the comments. Leaving me a like or subscribing to the channel wouldn't hurt either. I'm not looking to make a fortune out of what I've got going on here. I have bills that I have to pay, mostly for the dental work that I have to do, the infection that they found in my jaw a year ago. This nightmare is ongoing, and so are the payments for it. If you're interested, and if you're able to, there is a link to a GoFundMe to help me with my medical bills. Don't have to if you don't want to. I'm grateful for anything that comes my way. But I'm not doing this to get paid. I am doing it to pay out, to give from here. I am so blessed. I am so gifted. I am so grateful for those gifts And I simply want to share them and to know that it's done something good for you. Any questions you have, leave them in the comments. Please do give me a like. Anything you want to object to, if you want to, if you have something, if it strikes you as negative, let me know that too. You only really grow through your trips and your failures. That's where the growth comes from. That's where the growing up comes from. I'm never growing up, by the way. Let me give you that. I get to play for a living, and I get to make people happy, and I get to change and save lives. And I love it. And I was made for it. Enough from me for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope there's love where you are.